not your typical bromance. Broadcasting across the world. Live from Central Florida with news stories, current events, social media news, and real life shit. Even Karen rant worthy shit. Bro-RantZ.
Hey everyone, this is Reggie from Bro-RantZ. And if you haven't heard about Anchor by now, where have you been? No, seriously. It is the easiest way to make a podcast, and let me explain why. It's free. I mean, completely free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. Anchor will even distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and many, many more platforms. You can start making money from your podcast with no minimum listenership, which is great. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So what are you waiting for? Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Good morning.
Hey.
Or good afternoon. It's a late one today.
It is a late one.
It is a late one.
And if y'all haven't noticed, our song is different.
Yeah, the intro is different.
Yeah,
we had to change.
Hey, last week when Reggie asked me about it, I was like, "Oh, it's not. It's the same." And then he said, "No, it's different." I felt like an idiot.
Yeah, it's a little similar, but I was just like, after hearing it so many times. Okay, so think about editing it, all right? So editing it and hearing it, it's like, okay, the other one was dope. I liked it. It was great.
The other one, when I listened to it, as we were getting ready to do the show, I would get hyped. I start shaking the shoulders, getting ready to dance, like I thought I was in the club or something. And it did make you feel hype. But to me, it was just like with anything, it plays out. It was great for the first season. First and second season. It's like time for growth, time for evolution. To me, this is going in that direction. Some good change. You know, we're just evolving. I like that old stuff.
Oh my God. This dude. So, okay. There's nothing wrong with keeping things the same, but we just have to evolve, Raymond. We got to grow.
You're right. We need to grow.
We need to grow. We need to expand. We need people to be like, okay, they relate that first song to us, but I want to switch it up and be like, okay, just like artists drop new albums. It's like, let's drop a new intro.
That makes sense.
For our growth.
That makes sense. You know? Reggie's always pushing me, so.
Yeah, we have to. We can't stay content. We can't stay complacent because, I mean, what's the point if we're not challenging ourselves?
That is very true. I heard that a lot. You have to challenge yourself. If you listen to any person who has made it and who is very successful, they're always challenging themselves. They're always going against the grain. They'll take chances. Mm-hmm. They'll do things that they're not comfortable with because they want to overcome what other people can't.
Oh, what about that? That's a good point. I mean, were you ever at a point where you were just okay with being in your comfort zone and not being challenged, or you've always felt like, oh, when pressure comes, bust pipes, I'm there. I prefer that feeling, that adrenaline, that back to the wall.
So it depends on the situation.
Okay.
Like I do well under pressure.
I do as well.
I do well, but not all pressure. It depends on what it is.
Okay.
Like for instance, you asking me on this show was way out of my comfort zone.
Yeah, it was way out of your comfort zone. But like I said, I felt like the reason I asked because there was an inkling telling me that you wanted to do it. An inkling.
Actually, what I wanted to do was to help
from behind the scenes.
No, but I get that. But your excitement told me something different. Your excitement and your need to help was like, nah, this dude definitely has to be on the show because you just had the passion to be a part of even to be a part of the production part of it and to be on the producer side. I was like, nah, dude, you have to, once you get on, it's a different feeling. I can't explain it. It's, we talked about it. It's almost like you performing. It's almost like you're singing or rapping just because.
I think for me personally,
yeah,
I have a thing where I like my people to succeed.
Oh, I'm the same way.
And if I can have a helping hand to help my people to succeed,
yeah,
I'm succeeding.
Okay. And
that's the way I've always felt my entire life. If I can help you, I'm not even looking for like, kickback or like, Ray, help me. I just want to see you succeed because for me, I've always been a helper person. A person likes to help people. So it's natural to me. And it's like, it's no big thing. So when you came to me about helping with the show, I was like, of course I help you, Reggie.
Yeah.
Of course
whatever
you need.
Well, yeah. Well, actually, here's the thing. This was the energy from the show anyway, because it was like so remember I showed you the show and you were like, I was like, oh, and you were like, oh, this is really good. So you're like, I'm going to start sharing it. And then you were like, hey, you want to have, I said, I want to do interviews. And you're like, oh, you want interested in having these, certain people on the show, pilot, And so it was your excitement. That's what I'm saying. It was your passion to want to help. So it wasn't even like me asking. It was you coming and saying, I want to give this because I believe in the product.
Gotcha.
So that's what I was like, oh, shoot. And I was like, dude, if you're doing that, I'm a loyal person. And if you're doing something and I see it and I'm like, okay, well, no, jump on the gravy train. I want, you're over here helping it expand. And you saw the vision I had. Nick didn't see that. Nick, he wanted to keep it a two company or three. He wanted to have three people, but I wanted to expand and you were interested in learning new things.
Right. Exactly.
And talking to new people.
Exactly.
And so when you find someone that's on the same wavelength and you're not butting heads like this, it's a beautiful thing. And I saw you had that vision as well. So it worked out beautifully. But like I said, it was your passion to want to help. And I was like, damn, you wanted to help more than, people that are part of the Bro-RantZ.
Right.
So I was like, dude, I was like, oh, you got to be in it. You got to be in it. You're like, no, I'll come and observe. But you got to be in it. So going back to what we were saying as far as being challenged out of your comfort zone, I love it. One thing with acting and stuff, it's things that you feel like you can't achieve, or that you don't think you can portray. So whether it's comedy or something like that, for me, it's like.
Speaking on that, don't you have a movie coming out pretty soon?
Oh yeah. Call Time. Look at this dude plugging. Yeah, Call Time is supposed to come out with not me. Well, Magnus 420. 420 supposed to be streaming.
Listen, everybody, April 20th, Reggie's movie coming out called Call Time. CALLTIME. I'm gonna check that out.
The finale. Yeah, Call Time. The finale.
The finale.
They changed it. Mm-hmm.
I think I saw it either on Primetime, Hulu.
You saw what, like a advertisement for it?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I said.
Oh,
that's your movie right there,
dude. This dude did not even text. Yo, the hate.
I know.
This dude didn't tell me until right now. The hate.
It's not hate, not one bit. I want because what it is. I've been so busy.
Yeah.
I can't even keep my head on straight. Like for instance,
yeah,
I didn't even tell Reggie this. 2 days ago, no. What's today? Today is Monday.
Today is Monday, officially.
Saturday night, I got a phone call from my aunt, and my sister died.
Whoa. Bro, what the...
I'm telling you, it's so much going on in my life.
No, that's something you mentioned, like, yo, Reg, You didn't even text me that. This dude is a robot. You compartmentalize things so well that it's scary.
I know, it is scary because, now, keep in mind, we're not that close.
Still sorry for your loss.
I know, but the thing about it is, I'm getting numb to death and disappointment.
And disappointment. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So you kind of set yourself up that you don't have to. You kind of set yourself up not to have to be affected by it because you already expect it.
And the morning she called me, she called me twice. And usually my phone is off. My phone is usually my phone is off, but it doesn't ring between the hours of 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. It doesn't ring. But I just happened to wake up at 3:30 in the morning, and I seen my phone flash from the light from somebody calling, and it just said silence call, and it said my aunt's name. And then it ring, and then it did it again. I said, "Oh, she's calling." But a backstory on that was that, well, maybe I should save that part. But so I called her back, and she told me the news.
Wow.
And I was like, "Are you serious?" So I had to call the police department because I'm finding out that she didn't even die in her own place.
She died where?
In some friend's place.
Wow.
But it's a lot of backstory.
Did it have to do with COVID? Was it natural or not?
The police said it wasn't foul play. It wasn't no murder or foul play. But at the same time, for my aunt saying, my other aunt called me today, and she said that what she's hearing is that the house, the place that is.
Can we get initials on these aunts?
There is
Aunt 1 and Aunt 2. Okay.
Aunt 1 is B.
Okay.
All right.
Aunt B.
We're gonna say Brenda.
Okay, Brenda. Okay.
Brenda's the one who called me.
Okay.
Trina is the one I talked to today.
Okay.
And she said that the person where the house where she died at, the person doesn't even want our family to come over to look for her stuff.
Whoa, that's suspicious.
That's suspicious, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, man. It's very strange.
It's
Unless
crazy.
they have some illegal stuff happening in there.
I don't know, but I mean, my sister has a long past. I mean, she was locked up for many years.
So you mean like as far as dealing with drugs and whatnot, abuse or alcoholism, or just being with the wrong crowd?
Let's just say she did something and she locked up for many years, and it wasn't drugs, and she said it was a self-defense. But back then, they didn't have self-defense.
Okay, so someone was killed.
Yes.
Okay, someone was killed, and she was blamed for it, and there was no... I thought there's always been self-defense, though.
That's what she told me when I was younger. So I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, I was young then, so I don't know.
Sometimes, you know what happens? It all depends whether she had an adequate lawyer, or if she had someone appointed by the state.
Yeah.
Which you're pretty much screwed depending on their workload. So that all can play a part in whether she's innocent or not. But yeah, man, I'm truly sorry for your loss. That's crazy. And you said you interesting. One of the interesting things you said your phone goes off from 10 p.m. to 10 a.m.
10 a.m. I'm sorry, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. It doesn't ring. And I woke up.
Yeah.
A minute before she called me.
Wow, that's like, yeah, you guys were on the same wavelength.
But at the same time, I have another story about my aunt that I'll bring it up probably later. You know, when we have more time to talk about it.
Okay.
About my history, but so
no, it's fine. We can cover it next time.
Yeah,
let's go next Monday. Give these people something to tune in for.
Yeah.
Because this is becoming Ray's segment, Ray show.
It wasn't.
Every Monday.
Believe me, it wasn't supposed to.
No, it's cool. No, I mean, hey, that stuff happens. It happens.
And I know I sound like I don't care. And
nah, you don't sound like you don't care.
Yeah.
Like I said, it just sounds like you like compartmentalize things that
I do it way too much.
But you seem like you do it to survive because there's so much going on that you don't have time to grieve.
I don't.
Or to reflect.
Unfortunately, I don't, because even like this past weekend, we had a kid in the household who had some issues with drugs, and we had to watch out for her the whole weekend.
Wow. I remember you telling me that. I didn't want to bring it up on air, but this is these are things we can touch on, especially we get in touch on the segment with that, dealing with kids that are, because now, I think Eminem and all these people, the rock stars and stuff, and Wheezy and all them made cool opioids and over-counter drug medicines. I mean, you had the syrup, was the cough syrup, and made it cool that the generation thought, the prescription stuff was, and now there's the pandemic of that's been going on in Middle America. I said Middle America, like Middle Earth. In Midwest and everything, that's the opioid issues. So yeah, maybe we can cover a segment when we're doing that on men's health.
Yeah, of course.
Dealing with teenagers and kids that have drug problems and alcohol problems. And yeah, what I was going to touch on about the 10, you said you can turn your phone off from 10 to 6, but I got to keep mine on because those unfortunately those are Batman hours and the city needs me. Just kidding.
You don't have the bat phone?
I do, man. You don't ever see the signal because you sleep when the commissioner hits me up, man. You're sleeping.
I said my phone is off.
Yeah,
from 10 to 6. Doesn't mean I'm sleeping.
Okay, well, you don't look for that signal though.
No,
it's
I
out
don't.
there. Yeah,
I don't. I'm usually doing paperwork for my job.
Oh, okay. Damn. Brother, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I know I know because things stepped up on your side since you got promoted that we can't really give too much time into the research and whatever on our side because that's how much work you've taken on now with the workload.
Yeah, but listen. After what month is this? March, April?
Today's it's April.
April.
Mm-hmm.
After
April
this
4th
month,
or something. Yeah.
After this month right here, I'm gonna be really acclimated to it.
Okay.
And I should be it'll be way different.
Gotcha.
After this month right here.
Yeah, next week we should be officially going back on video.
Woo!
Yeah, get back on YouTube. We've been,
Oh, scary! I better get a haircut.
Yeah. I need to shave my legs. That shit's been crazy. Speaking of, what I wanted to talk about too was what did you think? Oh, you haven't seen it yet.
No,
but the Lil Nas video, and I get it that he took it to the extreme. You haven't seen it, but he's supposedly.
I've heard things. I haven't seen it though.
What have you heard?
I've heard he was dancing with the devil.
Yeah, he's dancing, giving Satan a lap dance.
He's giving a lap dance.
Giving a lap dance, Satan sliding down hell on a long ass pole.
What?
He was sliding out
like a fireman pole, or
like a stripper pole. Well, isn't the same thing? Only thing different is the location.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Only thing different is the location of it.
I've been to some strip clubs in my young days. So yeah.
I've never been to one.
You never been to a strip club before?
Nope. Hey, how about that Lil Nas video you want to watch?
Did you see that? Oh my gosh, what a deflection!
We're gonna pause right now so Remy can look at it and we can get the commentary or his thoughts on it. We'll be right back. Listen to this commercial, guys. If you haven't checked out the Bro-RantZ merch, you need to. Tell him, Ray.
Yes, you're talking about some nice apparel we got hoodies, we have sweatshirts, beanies, hats, snapbacks. We got women's apparel.
We got the dad caps.
We got it all.
We got it absolutely all. Everything for the youth, for the girls, for the men. Guys, check it out. It's pretty affordable, and it just shows us how much you support us.
You have to get some gear.
So check it out. It's on www.bonfire.com
and Bro-RantZ merch.
Check it out.
So this is kind of weird how he's everybody like he's the Eddie Murphy or like
that is true. Yeah, it's kind of like Eddie Murphy,
or what's the other guy's name from Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry. There we go.
Yeah. Or even the other comedian Martin Lawrence. Martin Lawrence did this too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think it had to be Eddie Murphy that was the originator of that, right? I think, right?
I would think so. Oh, look at him sliding on that pole.
I see there's a stripper pole.
He can't mess with J-Lo though.
He coming down to hell. I mean, well, I wouldn't even if I would make that comparison.
Can't mess with J-Lo with that pole though.
I don't know if I would try to compare them to Ray.
I'm sorry.
Suspect.
I still can't believe you've never been to a strip club before though.
No, I have not.
That's weird.
I don't even know what that looks. What is that? I just Google. I got stuff from Google.
Well, when you're in the Navy and you go to these different countries and you're young, it's just
there's that part right there.
What?
Offensive, isn't it? It's just it's uncomfortable.
It's so weird.
It's weird, but it's very uncomfortable. It's Satan just sitting there with plain face, dead face. He's got resting bro face.
I don't get why he's doing that though.
Well, you know why he's doing it.
No, I don't.
Because he wants people
talk about it like we're doing right now.
Exactly. Why would he not do it? It's if you're looking at it from
and then he puts the horn.
Yeah, he takes it from Satan.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, you know why he's doing it, because he's like I said, it's basically shock value.
Yeah, it definitely shocked me that he's doing that. I'm not buying the album, but okay.
Yeah, you're not buying. Yeah, exactly. So it's it is what it is. But I was just like, whoa, this is kind of I didn't even watch it. I just saw images of it and parts and snippets of other people, and I was like, talking about it. I was like, whoa, this is kind of uncomfortable, unsettling.
Yeah, so I don't really know much about him anyway. I just watched that. I know about the other song he did with the rodeo.
Yeah.
And I still listen to the older stuff. I don't really listen to like a lot of this new stuff anyway. So
Gotcha.
So his music doesn't really appeal to me.
Yeah, but he got a lot of kids that follow him. So he was like, "Hey, people that know about my whatever you talking about, Old Town."
Old Town. Definitely.
He was like, people were complaining. He was like, "Listen, Old Town was about lean and not fornication, was adultery or something." You said. He was like, and you had your kids blasting it. He was like,
I didn't even know that.
I didn't know that either.
Now I have to go back and
listen to it, right?
Well, get the lyrics on the screen and
gotcha.
And read the lyrics because I didn't listen to the lyrics.
And then he had the Nike thing. Well, so apparently people were mad at Nike, and Nike came and basically were like suing because you know how people take the Nike and they alter it. A lot of people do that
to make it yourself.
Correct. They all do that. So he had it. I think it was Mischief is the company, and they made the Air Max, whatever it was, the devil, the Satan. So they had, said it was a drop of blood in there, which is BS because you can't. That's like, is that not HEPA? But that's like business. That's like abusing a lot of protocols that you have for business. You can't sell some damn blood.
Yeah. Especially with the coronavirus going on.
Exactly, and AIDS, and let's not forget that people are like, "Hey, I'm negative on hey, I'm negative. I don't got corona, but do you got any other STDs?" People completely forgot about hepatitis B and everything. They're just like, corona's taking like the full taking the number one spot now. Nobody even cares about STDs. Like,
we don't. Well, all we know about is getting vaccinated.
You got your vaccine card? Oh, speaking of, Kate got vaccine today.
I just signed up today.
Oh, you're one of them.
I am one of them.
Oh gosh, and my twin brother got vaccine too. Rick got vaccine.
So
sent a picture.
In actuality, you are one of them.
No, I'm not one of them.
Yes, you are.
Oh, the smart ones. Okay. So, we have the group. We always have the group text. Man, I talked to you guys about this. So we have the group text, and he's like, "I got vaccinated." I was like, "Oh no!" I was like, "Hell no!" I was like, "Kate got it too, man." I was like, "You one of them?" And he was like, "Oh, which one did she get?" So. She got the 2-shotter. He got the
Johnson & Johnson.
Johnson & Johnson.
The 1 shot.
The 1 shot, yeah. So he got the Johnson & Johnson. He's like, "I'll let you know how it goes." I said, "Yeah, I told Kate," and I'm going through the group text, with bullshit. I said, "Hey, I told Kate if she wakes up in the middle of the night, I was like, if she wakes up in the midnight twitching and shit, I'm driving a stake to her heart." Hell no.
But can you just use your brother's ID and his card, and because y'all twins?
That's a good point.
Yeah,
I can forge it.
Yeah,
I can forge it.
We just edit this commentary, and then you can.
Yeah. Yeah, I can try to edit it. But Nike coming to Nike's defense, they were suing him, and I think we're putting a restraining order on that. It was because he was like trying to put 10:14, I think Luke 10:34, and
how much they suing him for? How much?
I don't know, man. I think it's basically for him not to use their product, but I don't know. Once you buy someone's product, isn't it yours?
I guess it depends on if it's yours unless
it ruins your imagery. Yeah,
it ruins.
But his thing sold out in
I heard like a
couple minutes, and it was he had 666 pairs, and it was $1,034 because it was Luke 10:34, which had to be when I saw the angel of light fall from the heavens, which was describing Lucifer,
right?
So, I mean, smart branding, right? I mean, at first you when you realize he's playing the game of this society, of this world.
That's what I heard about him. He's a marketing genius.
Yeah, well, he is, obviously. Like, I'm like, at the end of the day, he's brilliant. For, doing what he did, and it's shock value. I mean, we've had Madonna do that. We've had a lot of other artists do that. At first, once you process the stuff and you get out of your own way and think, okay, this has been done before. This is nothing new.
So what are you going to do?
No, well, I missed the shoes. I would have bought them and resold them. No, I'm kidding. Opportunity missed. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to do anything. I don't listen to his music. I'm not.
No.
What do you mean?
Are you going to do some shock value stuff?
As far as what?
I don't know.
Oh, I am. I tell you, I'm not getting the vaccine. That's my shock value. And speaking of, we were talking about real quickly. Just touch on that because if we don't, we're dumb. The Derek Chauvin trial. Have you've been seeing snipping bits of that, right?
I have listened and watched bits and pieces of that.
Bits and pieces, right?
And oh my gosh, man. I mean, there is no defense.
No, there's no defense, dude.
There is no defense.
My thing is,
once you watch the video,
oh, that's it.
And you can watch the video over, regardless of what you said, the situation was never out of control. Here's my perspective. After watching it, because the shock value is kind of, you know, after having a year to process, or close to a year, you're like, dude, these cops all should be charged with something because they didn't listen to the man. First and foremost, if you assume he took drugs and he's having a panic attack and say, I'm a claustrophobic, I cannot do that, and you're forcing him in, he's like, let me breathe, you're already putting him in danger. So therefore, call the ambulance. Let the ambulance take him. And all he's saying is, and I've seen cops do this before. They've sat people on the floor. He was sitting on the floor before, on the wall. And then if you look at the video, I don't know if it's Officer Lane, Officer King. I watched the video. I'm going to play it on my phone for you when we're done with this. And they're like, how do you get this bloody nose? If you watch from the other guy's body cam, it's telling. There's assault. I think it's the black guy. He's telling him to go and he's pushing him in. He gets him in there, grabs his head and pops it on the back of the back of the driver's seat. I'll show it to you because it played in court. I was like, yo, this is how you got the bloody nose. It wasn't on the floor. It was the back of the back seat when the dude literally grabbed his head, banged it as hard as he could.
There was a black guy there too?
Well, he's like mixed.
Okay.
So that's why, yeah. He was a shaved head. He had bald head. But, and then my thing, I told Kate too, I'm like, you know what's going to damn this dude? The fact when the paramedics came and he didn't get off his neck.
I know.
And they had to tap him and say, bro, like the medic had to push him off.
Not only that, was one of the 911 operators.
Yeah.
She called the sergeant in charge because
she was watching the video.
Watching the video, the live stream, and she was like,
is it frozen?
Is it frozen?
I was, yes. She was like, is this shit frozen? Because they haven't moved.
I was like, when have you ever heard of a 911 operator?
Yes. Calling the sergeant to report on them.
And then and if you listen to the video or whatever, listen to it, she says, I don't want to be, called snitching, but she basically had to do what she had to do. And
here's the thing. Let's talk about the perfect storm. Okay. This is how, certain things are written to happen or divine intervention, because these are the perfect witnesses. You have someone that was trained in jiu-jitsu and went to the academy for MMA and how to submit guys and put them in submission. And he's also trained, worked with cops. So that's why he kept mentioning, I'm in the academy, one of the witnesses. Then you had a fighter that pulled up and was like, what are you doing? I'm a firefighter. And they didn't want to take her seriously. Mm-hmm. And then you had the youth that were just there watching, was like, what's going on? Recording. The first girl that recorded that was taking her sister or her cousin to the store. So it just turns out to be, qualified people for what was going to take place. And hopefully it's a greater purpose for what's going on. But anyway, yeah.
So, what's also crazy about it though?
What?
The defense is still trying to win their case.
The defense sounds so. This guy's like, and I'm looking, I'm like, dude, there's like no way.
I don't know how they even took that case. They must have been.
No, because it's because of the union. He's covered. That's a union lawyer. And even though he got fired, he's protected by the union. I personally think the immunity for all these officers need to be removed. Like we've talked before, when stuff happens, it should come after their pension. Because when you're put on, like, hey, that happens to me at my job, that happens to you. Like if something happens, somebody wants to sue, they can go after your company, they can go after your personal assets. So why is that not like that for the most, I think, job that is life and death, that you can take on someone's life? And here's the thing, like when you're suing, you're still suing, you're still coming out of your own taxes.
That's why they have this.
And New York State just did that. New York City just did that.
They did what?
They took away the immunity for cops.
That's what it is. It's the immunity for yeah. Because that's the one thing that isn't that part of the Derek Chauvin some kind of law they're trying to do?
Yeah, I think with the George Floyd law that. So I don't know if it had to do with submission. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I can't really speak on it, but there's something I know. There's something that was passed since then over in Minneapolis. I don't know if it had to do with restrictions on restraining, but yeah. When they had the chief of police there today, and he was like, "No, we don't. That's not something that should have stopped right there when he was rendered." And I'm looking at the video, Ray, and this dude, there's something so menacing about him. He's got his knee on him, but he's grabbing his hand's handcuffed. Mm-hmm. You've seen it, and he's squeezing his hands while the other guy is holding his hand down by the wrist. He's grabbing his knuckles and squeezing it and getting in more pain and pulling it. And it's like, that's what's making him even more uncomfortable to move.
Right. Because anybody on your back and you down and you got handcuffed.
And you're squeezing the dude's hand on top of it. So it's like evil. And they said that they've known each other. I mean, from what I've heard, they worked in the same nightclub or something. So there could be some history why he didn't like him when he realized who he was.
And it's something about that guy, Derek Chauvin, man.
There
is something psychological about him that we should have had some kind of. He should have been evaluated.
Absolutely. They do these psych tests. I believe they do them. In the academies. I believe. I don't know how the extensive it is. I don't know, but I knew they do psych evaluations. So I don't know, dude. But there's definitely there's something wrong with what happened there. And not only that, you had officers there on the body cam that said, "Hey, should we turn him on his side right now?" Mm-hmm. Oh, no. And the guy asked twice, should we turn him on the side now?
They know they were wrong, and they know they were doing something wrong.
Yeah.
All I want to do right now is fast forward to the very end to see what they get. What are they going to get as far as that penalty?
Yeah. With Amber Geiger, we've seen that. With Casey Anthony, we've seen that. So I'm trying not to fast forward so I can see if something went wrong, what the hell went wrong. So I want to see everything. You know what I mean? Because the Amber Geiger thing, I was like, there's no way. But then she got a hug and a Bible. And I was like, And then Casey Anthony, and this has nothing to do with a cop. And then you got George Zimmerman. I was like, what the? So, I'm not going to say open, shut case because of.
The main difference between this and those cases is that the video.
But here's the thing.
But we all saw it.
We all saw the video, right?
Yes.
But here's my thing. Why are the jurors sequestered? I don't know why they're not in sequester. They're not. They go home, which is weird. Because when it's something as a high priority case like this or a high publicized case, they should be sequestered, right?
So they're not influenced?
Yes.
Yeah.
And second, by neighbors, by friends, by family members say, hey, if you do this, you're disowned. And the second thing is everyone's acting like we didn't see a video. I'm like, is this even, I know everybody gets their day in court, but I'm like, the lawyer's trying his hardest, but I'm like, bruh, how can you argue with something that's visual? And we've been doing that. But it's been happening. It's been happening with Tamir Rice. It's been happening with Gardner. It's been happening with all these people that have been on video. So we can't say it's not been on video. We had someone say I couldn't breathe and was choked out for having a cigarette.
Yeah, but usually for some reason, the police kind of stick together. On this one, they leave him out to dry. They are actually.
I think because of what happened.
Yeah, they're burning him down.
Yeah, I think why? Because of what happened in the aftermath. The fact that the people spoke and rose, right?
Also, I believe because they know it's wrong. They
always know it's wrong.
They've all been wrong. Yes, they've all been wrong.
Yeah.
But this one is, this dude called out for mama.
Yeah. That dude said they're gonna kill me. They're gonna kill me.
I mean,
mama, I'm checking out, y'all.
Everybody was like, they had a crowd there. Everybody's like, "Hey, you killing this dude!" Like it was a long 9 minutes of suffering.
9 minutes, 27 seconds.
Like you didn't see somebody just get shot and they died. Yeah. You saw 9 minutes of somebody just you saw the life draining out of them right there.
Yes,
and now we know like everyone else from everyone else who died, it was bad for them, but this is on camera from the beginning to the end.
Yeah, and they had towel. I think they released a video. I don't know when it was, with him being investigated with the prosecutors, saying how, he had finally admitted, I should have been paying more attention to them and seeing what they were doing, and we it was taken too far or whatnot. So he admitted that. And it was like, we should have, I should have been more attentive to Mr. Floyd now than the crowd, because the crowd kept telling him, look. Oh, that's what happens when you're on drugs. Anyway. But do you have a rant or word of wisdom?
I do have some words of wisdom.
Okay, sure. Let's share it.
My words of wisdom are basically this right here. No matter, be kind to people, no matter what, because you don't know. Always be kind to people.
Okay.
Because you never know what somebody's going through that day, and you never know how they're feeling. They can show you that they could be they could be having a great day, but deep down, you have no idea what they're going through. Yeah. So always be kind to someone, because you don't know how you can touch them by just being kind. So always be kind to people, even if your day is going bad. Just be kind, because you can lift someone up, and then that could be contagious, and they can lift someone up, and before you know it, you can save a life, because someone could be thinking about suicide.
Yeah,
somebody could be thinking about could be thinking about hurting someone, but you never know the effect of kindness. So be kind to someone.
Oh, I like that. Oh, and speaking of, how was your Easter?
I would say this was not a great year, based on my sister dying. Gotcha. And the kid, one of our kids, having that, and then like my boys was with their mother, so I was kind of alone this year.
Oh wow!
So it was kind of a different year. I mean, I needed that time. I needed that time to be alone.
Yeah,
but at the same time, I mean, it wasn't like the worst Easter, and it wasn't the best. I just needed the time to just,
decompress, process.
I even went to the gym just to shoot for like an hour.
Oh yeah,
because when I play basketball,
It's good escape. It's good escapism.
It's escape.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think about anything. So
you just think about buckets.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's a good note to leave it on, man. I'm not even gonna go with a rant. I think that's a pretty good note to leave it on. And other than that, I think you guys should have a great rest of the week. Listen to our show.
And also, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and buy some Bro-RantZ merchandise. Bonfire.com, Bro-RantZ merchandise. I just got a shirt, 2 hoodies, some hats, tank top.
Plug it.
I'll let your boy.
That's your boy. This dude said, I don't like to change, but look at him getting all hip. Yo, check out our Thursday show with Pusha. It was our third segment of this is after the aftermath as far as the infidelity or changing and how to overcome that. So it's dropping this Thursday.
Yep.
Have a good one, guys.
We love you.
Raymond loves you.
Bro-RantZ out.